Okay. So I'm here with my 1955 Chrysler 300C. This was the first Virgil Exner's 300s this year, the 1955. It was also Chrysler's first Hemi in a production car. It's also the year that this body style in Chrysler won at NASCAR. And it's the first car, American production car, over 300 horsepower. So this car specifically was owned previously by Bob Lutz, and he actually took it to the California Melee. And he did some modifications to it. Inside the transmission, he put a Dodge Truck 3-speed and put some other springs and shocks on it and a little better braking system. But other than that, the car is 100% original. And Bob Lutz was very specific on that he wanted the engine and outside of the car to look as close to stock as possible. The only real difference is he did widen the rims and put a little beefier tires on it. But everything else is the same. So Chrysler 300Cs were very much the gentleman's sports car of the day. And it has a very unique styling because of the way the hood has to slope down and how far out front the hood is to fit the Hemi engine, which I'll show you right now. Let me open it up. So anybody that knows Hemis later will notice that this engine is rather wide and skewed out. It is the original design of it, and like I said, it's 300 horsepower is what Chrysler estimated this. Most people believe that it was a little higher than that, and that they actually just did it to underestimate the numbers. I personally believe it's probably about 320 horses probably out of it. I've had the car for about 3 years now.
And how many miles on the engine?
You know, I'm not sure. Bob Lutz went through and restored it completely. So from there to now, it has about 10,000 miles on it.
Okay. And what made you find this particular car? What was your...
Well, I have been searching for a Chrysler 300 for roughly about 5 years, a really good one, and this was the best example of one I could find. I usually buy very original cars. I also have a 53 Hudson Hornet that I'm currently storing. And I have a love of older cars pre-World War II, but also of cars that generated American racing, which was NASCAR at the time.
How does this car drive?
It's fantastic. You know, the funny thing is this car is such a mellow car that it can drive 65, 75 miles an hour on the highway, no problem, which is what I did coming down here. And the only thing you have to do is give you a little bit of extra space for the braking because it is such a heavy car. You know, it has all hydroelectric windows, so it's all power windows. And the car has pretty much any option a modern car would want, air conditioning, everything else. But because it was built in '55, it's not, the performance of those items aren't as great as a newer car would be.
Sure. Can we take a look at the interior?
Sure. Let me open up. So Bob Lutz had put aviation seat belts in it, and then the shifter linkage, he had his car manufacturer designers design it where this car would have had originally just a 2-speed automatic transmission, where this now has a 3-speed.
Nice. Look at that wide brake pedal, right? From the days.
Yep.
Sweet.
And it does have a power adjustable seat. The front seat is power and adjustable. Has power windows all the way around, even the wind wings.
And if you have a better half, do you let your better half drive?
Yes, my wife does drive this every once in a while, and she likes driving it because it is automatic. Even though she can drive stick, she enjoys driving an automatic. The older automatic cars better.
Right. And what would you say for people that want to start a collection, get past #1 car?
You know, I think it's really funny. I started doing stuff in high school, and I was lucky enough to have the right people around me to help me pick cars. You know, for me, especially the first car you got to get something you love and you can drive. Don't worry about certain things, but my statement to you would be buy something that's kind of rare and exclusive. There's a lot of things that are like that. Today at this Lyon Township High School charity little car show, we had a little Dodge Brothers 4-door sedan that won its class in the vintage stuff. That was a very rare little car that's probably only worth maybe $12,000 all in. We had a student award of a $10,000 Corvette that was an older Corvette. So you can pick stuff from any number of prices. I mean, they had a Ferrari here that was amazing, but anything here, there's a huge range of prices, so fit something that fits what you want.
And then can we see the trunk?
Sure, no problem.
that tire in there.
So yeah, so I've got some gear covered up, but that's the actual California Mille logo. And when you guys look online, if you search Bob Lutz Chrysler 300C, you'll find a bunch of different documentation and different articles on this car.
That is nice. That is nice. Well done. Well done.
And if you give me a second, I'll start her up.
Okay. Okay. Very smooth. It's like brand new.
Yeah, and once it gets warm, it'll kick down in RPM quite a bit.
Right. Say that again?
Yeah, so once it gets warm, it'll kick down in RPM quite a bit. So, thank you very much. Have a good day.